Ryan Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in interstate commerce and with malicious destruction.
Did you hear Jake Tapper? This is Brian Cole fella now. I mean, I'm no DNA expert or anything, but I don't think nobody can look at this particular picture and mistake this fella for being white. I mean, if you say Latino, because there's some Dominican Latinas and some from Trinidad and it's some other Latinos they can look like this. But the one thing I've never seen is a white man who looks like this. Never in all my 60 years on planet Earth, I've never seen a white guy with a tan like this. It ain't just a tan. Everything about his facial makeup, the hair and everything just screams out he may be a black man. But Jay Tapper, the brilliant Jay Tapper, he's back to his old tricks. See, he had to write a book and pretend like he was tricked by Joe Biden. Now he's back to being the scumbag he is. I saw where the grandmother of this Brian fella, who's supposed to be the January the 6th bomber. I'm not for sure he is or not, because you can't believe any damn thing that Cash Patel and this FBI says. Dan Bongino, they finally let him out of the witness protection program. They let him do a press conference. He was so happy. He was like a kid at Christmas. They finally let him talk, because everybody said he's a clown over there. But that's just what I heard. I'm just reporting what I heard. But the grandmother of this fella says that he's autistic. He don't have the capability of doing this. I don't know if that's true or not. Could be a grandmother lying on him, but I'm not gonna just dismiss that, because just because this FBI and some other folks said that they found him, but they couldn't find him all this time. Now, I know Christopher Wray and the Biden administration, stop saying Biden. He needs to get locked up because he was pretending to be the president. But we know that they were responsible. Christopher Wray, Andrew McCabe, all of them was too busy trying to set up the January the 6th people. They was blaming on a white supremacist. Even now, Jay Tapper is calling him a white supremacist. I mean, this has Jesse Smollett written all over it. Maybe he's white on the inside. He's got flipped inside out, you know what I mean? Like if you take the Oreo cookie, break it apart, and put the two black parts and leave the white hanging out, maybe that's what Jake Tapper meant. Jake Tapper meant he was a reverse Oreo cookie. He got the black on the outside. He stayed in the oven a little bit too long. But he's technically white. He self-identifies as white. That's what Jake Tapper was saying. He self-identifies as white. But his grandmother says he's autistic. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He don't have the capability to do this. Well, when I look at the video, it really don't look like him on the video. I'm not saying it ain't, because I don't want to jump to any more conclusions. I don't want to assume, because when you assume, you may make an ass out of yourself. But Grandma says this is not her baby, her grandbaby. He wouldn't harm a fly. Now, I've heard that before. Not saying she's right, because when St. George Floyd, he was brutally murdered according to the left. The autopsy says something a little bit different, you know, but who am I? When St. George Floyd passed away, great homecoming, he was out there doing some missionary work too. St. George Floyd was. He was out there trying to feed the homeless, giving sight to the blind. He was even trying to feed this pregnant woman, but she wouldn't take the money. And when they got him this day, he was in there pretending like he was gonna give the counterfeit money up. Technically, it wasn't counterfeit money. He was letting the store clerk know this is how counterfeit money look. And when he started screaming, when the cop put him in the back seat, he was mourning for the folks that wasn't gonna receive their daily bread from him. That's what St. George Floyd. And then you had Mr. Mike Brown, who they say he was on his way to college, and he didn't do nothing. So I don't know if Brian Cole, if one of those didn't do nothings or not. It's possible that the FBI got the wrong fella. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm just don't know. Cash Patel, to me, this is my personal opinion, not trying to accuse him of anything, but when a man's eyes is bucked like that, as big as his eyes is, usually has something to do with a white substance, powdery substance, the kind that Hunter Biden lacks. You know, the crackhead Hunter Biden, who Joe Biden, as they say, his father just loves him. But they're saying that they got the right fella because of all the great police work. I'm glad they caught this white dude, because these white supremacists is getting outraged. They did the same thing to Jesse Smollett, these damn white supremacists, and I'm sick of it. They look like Nigerians, but Jesse Smollett says there were some white MAGA guys watching BET because they love BET. The white racists love BET. You got to watch them white racists watching these black shows. It was kind of like black porn to them or something. They watched Jesse Smollett, gay porn at that. But maybe they got the right guy, maybe they don't. I mean, who knows? I'm just trying to keep things serious. Grandma said they got the wrong fella. He's autistic, it wouldn't hurt a fly. We shall see. We will never really get the truth. You do know that, don't you?